Oh yes, episode 6, and we continue to bring you that new Jack Swing fix. How y'all doing? Big thanks for viewing any previous episodes, liking, commenting, subscribing. Honestly, I really appreciate it. We are growing. It's good. We're growing slowly, but it's really good. I'm enjoying it. I've got a week off work this week. It's the middle of summer now. Well, few more weeks left, and then summer's gone. So the weather's nice today, so I intend to enjoy it. I've got a little trip planned to London in the week, so just get out of Manchester. I must admit, over the last several years, too many years actually, I've not really had holidays. I've been off work. I'd literally save money. I'd go bits and abouts here and there, but nothing. I won't be flying abroad anywhere. So this year, summer happened around March, April. A friend of mine, and I've got to say a big shout to Neil. He says, I've got tickets to see H-Town and Silk, and my wife can't make it. Do you want to come along? And I looked at who was performing, and I thought, they're all great names, but I thought this is going to be like 4 hours of ballads. And I said to him, you're dragging me all the way down to London to watch 4 hours of ballads. So I was a bit apprehensive, but I went along anyway, and I had a great night. Honestly, the venue was amazing. H-Town blew me away. It was like, I felt I'd gone back to like 1993, 94 when they performed A Thin Line Between Love and Hate. It was just amazing. And I came back from that London trip, and then again, my friend Neil said, well, there's a night on in Birmingham, a full New Jack Swing night that happens once a year. Do you want to come to that? And I thought, why not? Let's get down there. So a few months later, we're in Birmingham over the bank holiday. I think it was April bank holiday, Easter bank holiday, and I had a great night there as well. Came back from that, and then there was the Rock the Bells festival on in Newark, New Jersey, and I'm getting calls saying, we gotta go. So, and you've seen that trip anyway in New York, our little record hunting trip. And that trip was a revelation for me. It's just made me realise that this year, just enjoy yourself, Take the opportunity, get out there and enjoy yourself. So that's what I've been doing. On today's episode, I think, again, fingers crossed, we're going to see some really interesting, collectible, rare stuff today. I've got this one particular shop to go to. I had a quick look on the Discogs that they're selling. They don't list everything on there, just the more very collectible stuff. And I was like, whoa, they've got some very collectible items here that I'll be spending money on. I'll be honest. It's going to be tough not to today if it's there anyway. So, and I also got a call about, again, another call from King B about they've just got a big collection of CDs in that I've got to go and look at as well. I did have a rummage round on my lunch yesterday, as I always do in Manchester. So you'll see, I did actually see some good vinyl bits yesterday as well. You'll see that. We'll pick that up. So yeah, let's get going. I'll bring you back in a few climaxes. Today I'm in the small Greater Manchester town of Urmston to another absolute gem of a record shop. Music for the Soul Records. This place kind of does take me back to the early 90s. I like the name of that record store. Just for a bit of context, down the street there you're on your way to your main town centre with everything in it. There's quite a few charity shops down there. I've just come from down this way, and I've just missed actually a crash. There's been a 3-car pile-up, and I'm so glad I just missed it. A lot of fire engines over there, but yeah, and I've walked all the way down here in this quaint little town. Music for the Soul Records. I've been here 2 or 3 times over the last couple of years, mainly looking for there's been a lot of collectible CDs in here that I've had out of here. There's a lot of vinyl of all different genres. Not had a look through the vinyl, so we will do today, but we will see some hopefully some very collectible CDs. I'm hoping I find some New Jack Swing bits on vinyl as well. But yeah, Music for the Soul Records, Urmston. Let's go and have a look. We're inside Music for the Soul Records, and I got to be honest, this is one of the most well presented and cleanest record shops I've ever been in. Anything that's used is cleaned up. If it's a CD, it's been put in a new case, put out on the shelf, so you're getting a fantastic clean copy. As you can see, there's plenty of stuff in here of all genres. Nice wall of sevens there. I can see a Kashif CD there already. I'm getting excited. Yeah. Loads of stuff on the floors to go through. So I'll bring you back with what I found shortly. Music for the Soul. So I'm having quite an extensive look through the racks in Music for the Soul. Just some bits that I found. I've never seen that on vinyl. Boomerang soundtrack. I mean, we all remember what was on this. New Jack Swing Wise, Grace Jones, Boyz II Men, Johnny Gill, Tony Braxton, Aaron Hall. Wow. The Ghostbusters 2 soundtrack with 2 Bobby Brown tracks on it, new edition. The Juice soundtrack is here, original pressing, with Teddy Riley and Tammy Lucas on. Aaron Hall. There's a fantastic Soul LP original pressings here. In a way, I'm kind of glad I got these at the time, because I'd have to sell my house. Then Vogue original pressing. To Shan, if you haven't got this one, come and get it. Great album. Stephanie Mills. By all means, I used to love this group. That's the original Motown pressing. I remember Expansion Records when this came out in 1992, and on that day, this album come out, an R. Kelly and Public Announcement album, and I only had £15, and I had to take one home, and I took the R. Kelly album home. Got that years later. Full Force album, Sherelle, Saida Garrett. Finally found a Bobby Brown with the hype sticker on. Alison Williams. Karen White, we do see that everywhere, but you know, we know how good that is. Jermaine Jackson, again, I only got the CD of this. Freddie, we see a lot of Freddie Jackson on our travels. Luther. I've only just started digging in the CDs. I mean, El DeBarge, I think that's got a track written and produced by Gardner Cole on it as well, but I only got a vinyl of that, so the CD's coming home with me. A Sybil album, which I don't have. Got a lot of her stuff, but I never got this CD. Ruth Joy for the UK Street Soulers. I've not even seen this. Princess All for Love album. Don't remember it. Renaissance were an R&B group from the mid-90s. Gladys Knight. I don't know if I got this on CD or not, but it's probably going to go on with me today. Rick Clark, the UK Soul Man. Don't even remember what was on this. Bit of Sweet Sensation, a remix album. Never seen this. And Sweet Sensation's 2 albums on one. Like I say, I've only just started. That's what I found so far. Incredible selection of CDs in here. I'm just happy that I've got a lot of them already, because I'd be selling my house today. Tony Terry. Calloway. Barbara Weathers. BB and CC Greatest Hits. Walter and Scotty. Oh, that's had some great swing tracks on it. Oh, this dude, George Pettis. What a voice he had. More By All Means. All the albums. Vanessa Williams. Albee. Angie, there she is. More Freddie. Albee's Greatest Hits. Oh my god, absolute. That was, I haven't played that for years. Troy Hinton. I mean, I'm digging some hardcore. Really tough to find New Jack Swing here. H-Town. Yours truly on Motown. Don't see that much these days. Yasmin. Bella. Fred Hammond. There's some good swing tracks on that. 52nd Street from Manchester. This was their second album. Didn't do as well as the first, but you don't see that much on CD. You don't see it on Force MDs. Some great swing stuff on that. Bob Bailey. I don't know that. Angela Bob. What else we got here? Some great stuff here. So after an amazing haul in Music for the Soul, these are what I'm taking home with me today. Look at that on cassette. My good friend VJ, you'll be proud of me that I found another copy of this. There it is, another New Jack Swing classic on tape. Gladys Knight, Men on it. Soundtrack from Madonna. I love this album. It's got a brilliant Club Nouveau track on it. Samuel on lead vocal. On 12, Shirley Lewis, which sounds, if you remember Glenn Goldsmith, it's the same producers, Jolly and Harris. It's a great 12, that. Natalie Cole. The B-side, I Want to Be That Woman 12-inch mix, Rich Calloway on production from 87. Hanson and Davis Can't Stop album, never got this. Lean on Me soundtrack, again I never got this. It's got Force MDs on it, riffs on here, Big Daddy Kane, Saida Garrett, Stetsasonic, TKA. This really obscure Rap 12. The Mistress and DJ, Madam E. Again, I've never seen this, but it sounds great. Full Force, the album that's eluded me for many years. Finally got it now. Guess Who's to the Crib, 1987. On CD, Renaissance from around 96. Very obscure R&B group out of the Midwest. Cincinnati, Ohio. Eric Gadd. There is a swing beat track on this from 91. Very surprising, really good. Naya Peoples from 87. Some great stuff on that. Tracy Spencer album from 88. Never got this on CD. Symptoms of Love. I've not seen this Babyface before. Look at the track list on that. Nice little compilation. The camera won't scan into that though. Sweet Sensation remix album of all the hits. Sweet Sensation 2 CDs on one. Now this group had 3 albums out in the 80s. This was their final release in 89. There's a good swing beat track on this, produced by Craig T. Cooper, and some amazing soul tracks produced by Leon Ware. That is a real find, that. It's hard to find that now on CD. Delano from 97. Really hard to find on CD. Bit like Immature, that kind of sound. The R&B group. Jeff Lorber from 85, a Jap CD. Bit of Street Soul, Nation to Nation on CD. Roy Ayers and Juice Jones. Alex Bugnan, which was like smooth jazz, but very sophisticated. So yeah, I found some great stuff today. And Music for the Soul, do pass by. I'm back in Chorlton, one of my favourite haunts on a Saturday for finding music. King B Records just over there. If you do come here though, I do recommend there's a coffee place here, cafe. Do some great coffee. You always got to get some coffee when you dig in, and if you head that way you're into the little town centre where all the main shops are. There's charity shops down there as well. You could have a look in there as well. So if you're coming from out of town, yeah, get yourself a coffee here and get digging in King B. So I've had another good haul in King B today in Chorlton, and this is what I'm taking today. I've only just discovered this guy, Jackie Boy. He did a couple of albums in the 80s, one on the Prelude label, which I need to get. And this is from, here's this, 1985. Some brilliant boogie soul on this. Not quite new Jack yet, but if you see this guy, well worth checking out. On CD, some nice reissues, ADC Band. Here's this, 82. I don't know this album, but I need to take it. Finis Henderson. Wow, on Jap CD, sealed. 83. An album from Aura that I don't have on CD. Checking You Out's on there from 82. More disco from Miss Sharon Red. From probably early 80s, some remixes on there. Unlimited Touch, Searching to Find the One, which has been sampled and covered by, originally, well, it's covered by Ex-Girlfriend, wasn't it? Searching to Find the One, but the original's on there with the I Hear Music in the Streets and the remix. Mary Jane Girls, Japanese Pretty, with All Night Long on, Candyman. A Lee Ritner album, which is a bit yacht soul actually, early 80s. I don't know these, but I've just got to take it. I just know it's going to be good. Jeff Beccario's on there as well playing. Tanya Marie, with the original version of Come With Me on it. Rare Groover, Latin Soul. Never heard the album. Marcus Miller from the early 80s on CD. I don't have this album. Wilson Pickett, which I originally bought this in the 80s on vinyl, but the title track is a killer soul track. I didn't actually know it was on CD either. An Ohio Players album from 1988, which again, never heard before. We'll check that out. A dude called Billy Always, bit of southern soul, a bit of boogie, but this album's from 1990. A classic album. I've got this on vinyl. I can't remember if I got the CD or not. It's got For the Love of My Woman on there, My Secret Fantasy. Oh wow. Leo Sunship, Give Me the Sunshine. Classic Rare Groove. Some masterpiece bits. Yeah. Another 80s soul selection. Mainly a lot of 80s stuff today, but great stuff in King B. Well, that's another successful new Jack Swing episode completed. What a day it's been. In King B Records, actually, I did bump into a long-time DJ friend of mine that I'd not seen him for a while. And we were just talking about the days going clubbing back in the 90s into the 2000s. He was telling me how much work he used to have as a DJ, and now it's literally down to 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 events a year. That's how much things have changed with, lounges, pubs, clubs all shutting down across the UK, and how tough times are getting. But he did say that, going in record shops every now and again is keeping him going, finding things, even though he's got a huge collection himself, he's keeping him going, and I totally related to that. So big shout to Alex. Great to see you, not seen you in a while. And then having a chat with Dave in Music for the Soul Records. So having a chat about CD collectors, because he gets a lot of people in the shop who don't think CDs are really worth anything. You know, they can see the value of vinyl, but they don't understand the culture of CD collectors. And I know, we know there's a lot of CD collectors out there that pay a lot of money for these things. As you've seen in my videos there. Like I say, upcoming, I've got a trip to London with my new Jack Swing buddies. And really after that, summer's coming to a close. I should take it easy a bit. I mean, I've had a great summer of new Jack Swing, going out searching for stuff. But, you know, I don't want to go bankrupt. I don't have to sell the house. You know what I mean? We'll see. But like I say, we'll get next episodes done and see where we take things from there. I'm going to leave you with a bit more footage from now. I did get something in the mail this week, and I was in two minds whether to actually show you this, but I know there is a small circle of hardcore new Jack Swing collectors that collect these things that you're about to see, and you spend your time and money on them. So that one's for you. It is a bit of a holy grail. That's all I'm going to say. It's upcoming. And then I had a little roundup on my lunchtime on Friday of what I found as well. So on to episode 7. Hopefully it should be the London edition. Fingers crossed. I'm not sure when I'm going to put that one out, because next weekend is bank holiday. I'll probably be travelling back from London on the Sunday. So I'm not sure whether there'll be a video next weekend. We might have to wait a few more days later. We shall see. But listen, I really appreciate any new subscribers, any likes, comments. Really, really appreciate it. So yeah, have a great week ahead, and we'll do this all again in episode 7. Don't believe a thing about the new Jack Swing. So here's something that has just come through in the mail. Tried to get it open. Not something that I found in a record shop. Something that I ordered on Discogs. I've been trying to find this particular promotional CD single, gosh, for 1, 2, maybe 3 decades. Never saw it before the internet. It's only available as a promotional 12, so it wasn't even released as a maxi 12. Promotional CD single, and I think it was released on cassette. One of the mixes you can get on cassette. I'm not going to tell you how much I paid for it, but it wasn't cheap, I'll be honest. Let's see if I can unbox this with my camera in my hand. I'm very excited to get hold of this, but this is a serious holy grail search. New Jack Swing. The Winans, Don't Leave Me. Produced by Teddy Riley. Additional production and remix by the Untouchables, Eddie F. Farrell, Morris Novell Hodge, Dave Jam Hall. Where do you ever see all them names on one album CD? You just don't. Remix radio edit, extended version over 7 minutes long. This truly is a new Jack Swing remix, holy grail. I'm so happy to finally get hold of it. As I was looking, actually, there was one other copy on sale of this CD single on Discogs, which is a bit more expensive. So if you want to pay the money and grab it now while it's there, I'd go for it. But wow. Just look at that. You collectors know, you truly understand when you get one of these pieces and how rare they are and how excited you are to finally get hold of it. So I'm just out on my Friday lunchtime in Manchester. I do realise there's only 2 weeks of summer, official summertime left in the UK. I mean, September can be nice, but let's make the best of August. Just get out there. For context, I'm on Oldham Street. Let's just scan round. Over at that junction, we've got Affleck's Palace, where you've seen a lot of footage from my previous videos. A bit further down, 3 or 4 shops down, you've got Vinyl Exchange, and then you've got Piccadilly Gardens right at the bottom. But I haven't shown you this place yet, and the reason why is because it's a new place to get new vinyl, new CDs. I won't find much New Jack Swing in there unless it's been reissued, which some of it has in the past. But this is Piccadilly Records, probably one of the most longest and respected Manchester independent record stores since the 80s, I'd say. I'm not sure the 70s, maybe I'll have to Wikipedia it, but I'm always dead friendly with the guys in here because I'm in here all the time picking up new stuff. There's a new album out today by a group called Salt. They're like a soul, jazz, funk band. Very mysterious. The album artworks are always in black with just like letters on. There's no credits. I do believe that Cleo Soul is one of the vocalists on it. And there's also a new album out by Yaya Bay on the R&B tip. We'll see if they're in stock, but yeah, let's have a little scan inside. This is one of my favourite sections that I like to come to, the Disco Boogie reissues. There's a lot of new independently made boogie music that comes out every other week that is highly collectible. There's a label called Star Creature. This is a great album, Dave Lee. Very 80s soul inspired, if you've not heard that. Yeah, there's this label called Star Creature out of Chicago that I buy. Oh wow, that is a great album. That I buy records, buy stuff out of here from, and there's only like 500 pressings of them on 7-inch. Reynolds, yeah. Magic Source, Voodoo Ray. That's got to be a cover version of the Manchester classic, hasn't it? Voodoo Ray has, yeah, a guy called Gerald. Wow. Here we go. This is the Star Creature label that I'm talking about. Like I said, there's only 500 pressings of these each, so you've got to grab them while you can, and they go. They're so collectible. So yeah. Over here's the CDs, all the CDs, which I'll pan over in a bit. But yeah, this is Piccadilly Records, a regular haunt of mine on a Friday lunchtime. Love coming in here, a bit of hip-hop grind there. So just back in a vinyl exchange in Manchester, found a few bits. The Force MDs, who I just think they're so unsung, these guys from the 80s, did go into the early 90s, didn't they? But this is from 1984, which I've not got on vinyl. Some great boogie soul stuff on this. That's a really nice pressing, that. And I've got to get this. The Real Roxanne with Hitman Howie T. Bang, let's go. I've not got this on 12, and with the shock, sad passing of Howie T, that was a hard one to take for the R&B New Jack hip hop community. Real piece of amazing history there. And this record by a guy called Hubert from Manchester, he sadly passed away. He did a few 12s, but the original copy of this goes for a lot of money now, £50-60 at least. It's a UK street soul record, got a lot of plays in Manchester on the pirate radio days in the early 90s. It's a bit of a Manchester street soul classic, this. I remember picking up the remix 12, and I also got another 12 with about 4 different tracks on it, but the original eluded me. It's been repressed, so I'm going to get this repressed before it disappears. Do YouTube this track, it's a superb street soul track. There's a D'Angelo album on the wall for £175. That's insane. Can't see. £175 Voodoo album. Wow. That's a crazy price. Thought I'd come back to the UK's only cassette tape shop. I did say to the guys last time I was in, they get any R&B tapes in, any Bobby Brown, to give me a shout. I don't know. Let's see if there's anything in today. The Family Stand, what's this? Second album. I don't even remember that, you know. I think I've got a copy of it somewhere, but I don't even remember that. A lot of Barbara Streisand. Neil Sedaka. Rolls Royce. It's an old one, it's a good album that though. Pointer Sisters. Prince, wow. £12. Oof. What else we got there? Yaz, what's this? Cassette single. No Bobby Brown. I think if I do find Don't Be Cruel on tape, I think that might be it for cassette tapes. I just think I might just stop, because it is a crazy completist thing to do. He's looking for old 80s cassette tapes. Let's come around here. A lot of rock. I do like this guy. That's a nice album. For Mr. David Sanborn on the jazz tip, 81. There's a nice boogie soul track on that. How much is that? £8. Wow. What's this? Don't know what that is. Yeah, no new Jack today, guys. But beggars can't be choosers, can they? Kenny Loggins, hold on. Oh no. How much is this? Love Will Follow. Oh my gosh. Oof. Been wanting that album for years, but I do want it on vinyl or CD. But what a lovely tape. Oh dear, why am I putting that back? So just had a little browse through vinyl resting place again. So much stuff in here, it's crazy. That's the wall. So I've just been through the hip hop, New Jack section. Yes, there is a New Jack swing section. More hip hop. And here's some bits that I found that I'm going to take. We all remember the White Men Can't Jump CD soundtrack back then. Well, there was a White Men Can't Rap EP, and it has got a swing track on it, level 3, Freezing 'Em. Some Main Source on there, some Gangstar. Gotta get that. Here's an obscurity. You gotta laugh. They're called the Doster Crew, all together. Bunch of rappers. Came out on Ichiban in the early 90s, this. Everybody missed it. But there is a crazy New Jack swing track on it. I can't remember which one. I've got it on CD somewhere, but I've not seen the vinyl. Might be Good Thing. can't remember, but to see that on vinyl, I've never seen it on vinyl. Sapphire, I'm getting back into my freestyle from the late 80s. After finding her LP album last week, here's the 12. Look at that, it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And we did find the album of this several weeks ago, and I can't believe it, there's actually a 12 of Rap Swing featuring Rosalind Joyce, the UK group, Microphone, Street Soul, possibly Rap Swing. That's the B-side. Yeah, some nice finds today. So I'm back in HMV. Not been in here for a while, not for well over a month. Normally come on a Fridays to check out all the new releases. Because I've been running around a lot of other record stores, I've not had a chance. August and January are notoriously slow months for new music anyway, releases. People on holiday, but there is a few bits that I'm hoping that I'll pick up today. Mr. Craig David, it's been going since the late 90s with his two-step and his R&B. New album featuring Tiwa Savage and Louisa Johnson. Definitely check that out. There is a bit of a sale on, vinyl sale, summer sale. It's a rather tasty reissue from De La Soul, down from £44. It's what I'm saying about the price of vinyl, guys, these days. Very expensive, so it's good if you can get a bargain. Check out some more newer releases. I'm hoping to find one particular item. I just hope it's there. In fact, there it is. New release from the man Kenny Thomas, Unstoppable. I followed his career since the early 90s when he signed to Cool Tempo Records, when he was having big hits in the UK, mainly cover versions. Thinking About Your Love, Outstanding. He did some great street soul back then, but this album's very 80s soul boogie inspired, features Kim Wilde. It's always nice to see, produced by Opal. Oh, he's a good producer. So yeah, gotta say big up to Kenny Thomas, still in the game after all these years. His new album is out now. Definitely gonna pick this up today. Just checking out the main black music sections of HMV, reggae, soul section, all the new CDs, hip hop, R&B, bit of dance in the background. Mainly looking for another R&B artist, see if he's in here. Giveon, that's his previous album. Here it is, his brand new CD, looking very suave there in his suit. Looks very 80s actually, reminds me of some of those 80s soul artists that used to wear the suits on the album covers. Very mellow album this, but he's definitely coming to his own. Annie Mudd's on there. Yeah, I've got to take a copy of this as well today, haven't we? Giveon, let's grab that. This has been a nice reissue, Hip Hop 50 Salt and Pepper from 1993. It's got all the remixes on. What a Man with En Vogue, Shoop. That was a nice reissue, that. One of Jules Whimsy. Now I wasn't expecting to find this in here. The main man himself, Rakim. Oh wow. Looks like an EP, 7 tracks. DMX, Snoop Dogg's on there. Bush Kingpin. These newer hip hop CDs now that are on independent labels, the pressings go really fast. So, like I say, if you can get a copies, if you can grab them fast, because hip hop CDs, they go for so much money now, especially 90s hip hop CDs. But let's see what's in the old vinyl. Brandy's first album has been reissued. Big price though. I mean, you could probably still get yourself an original on Discogs far cheaper, but it's on double vinyl. That looks a lovely, nice seal pressing that. Didn't expect to see this though. Reissue of Brownstone's debut album From the Bottom Up. If You Love Me. How much? £31. I'm so glad I got these in the 90s a bit cheaper, you know. But they are very tempting. Bit of Mary J there. It's lovely that. Burner Boy. The big 4-pack Chris Brown. I think it's over 4 vinyls that. How much is that? Wow, £50. Really tempted to get this. Keith Sweat, look at that cover. I only got the CD in 96. Reissued now, £39. Jeez. Twisted on there, the classic Funky Dope Lovin'. Oh, Nobody. Yeah, it's looking good. Old Keith Sweat back in the stores. On translucent ruby red vinyl. Wow. Scissors Deluxe LP. I think it's about, how many vinyl? 4 vinyls on this. Wow, how much is that? Jeez, £70. Whoa. Snoop Dogg. Did get the original vinyl of that on clear vinyl. Wow. Yeah, in terms of vinyl, I mean, it looks really good in here. Well decked out. I mean, HMV is the last remaining commercial retail store in the UK. Still going strong. When I do come here, I always look to see if this is still in stock. Mr. Lucky Day. Now, this is not on CD, so I might have to just take the plunge at some point. Again, it's very expensive. Double album. But this dude, Lucky Day, he's the real thing, man. Some great tracks on this album. I was hoping it might make the sale, but not yet. That's lovely, innit? Lucky Day. If you've not checked this dude out, he's got a couple of albums out before this, doing really well, but Hurricane from this, an amazing track.